Federal funding life support for higher education. Colleges and universities across the United States rely heavily on federal funding. This money is crucial. It supports research, scholarships, and various academic programs. For many institutions, federal grants and contracts are vital. They can represent a significant portion of their overall revenue. This dependence on federal support has created a complex relationship between higher education and the government. The government provides essential funding. In return, it expects certain standards and compliance. This balance has been challenged recently. The Trump administration took a controversial approach to federal funding. This created significant uncertainty for colleges and universities. The importance of federal funding for higher education cannot be overstated. It is the lifeblood for many institutions, particularly those engaged in cutting-edge research. The Trump administration's policies have sent shockwaves through the academic world. They have left many wondering about the future of higher education in the United States. The long-term consequences of these funding cuts remain to be seen. However, one thing is clear: the landscape of higher education is changing, and the impact will be felt for years to come. Trump's funding cuts, a new weapon. The Trump administration adopted a new approach to federal funding. It used it as leverage to advance its own agenda. This strategy involved threatening to withhold funds. The goal was to pressure institutions into complying with specific demands. This tactic sparked outrage and concern within academia. Critics viewed it as an attack on academic freedom. They argued that the administration was using financial pressure. Its aim was to silence dissenting voices. One of the administration's main targets was what it perceived as liberal bias on campuses. The administration argued that universities were hostile to conservative viewpoints. It claimed they were promoting a radical agenda. To counter this, the administration sought to use funding cuts. This was a way to enforce its own vision of higher education. This approach represented a significant departure from previous administrations. It raised concerns about political interference in academia. The use of federal funding as a political weapon had far-reaching implications. It not only affected the targeted institutions, but also sent a chilling message to the entire academic community. Case studies: Columbia and Johns Hopkins under fire. The Trump administration's funding cuts targeted specific universities. Columbia University and Johns Hopkins University are two prominent examples. The administration accused these institutions of various infractions. These included mishandling sexual assault cases and promoting anti-Israel sentiment. In the case of Columbia University, the administration withheld $400 million in funding. This was in response to allegations of anti-Semitism on campus. The administration argued that Columbia had failed to address this issue adequately. Johns Hopkins University faced similar scrutiny. The administration launched an investigation into the university's handling of sexual harassment complaints. It also expressed concerns about the university's research collaborations with China. These actions had a significant impact on both institutions. They faced financial strain and reputational damage. The cases of Columbia and Johns Hopkins highlight the administration's willingness to use funding as a weapon. It also demonstrated the vulnerability of even the most prestigious universities to political pressure. The ripple effect consequences and concerns. The Trump administration's funding cuts had far-reaching consequences. They extended beyond the targeted institutions. One of the most significant impacts was on graduate students. Many universities were forced to reduce graduate student admissions. This was a direct result of funding cuts. This had a ripple effect throughout academia. It limited opportunities for aspiring researchers and scholars. Legal experts also raised concerns about the administration's methods. They argued that the due process rights of these institutions were being violated. The administration's actions, they argued, set a dangerous precedent. This could have long-term implications for academic freedom. The Trump administration's funding cuts sent shockwaves through higher education. They left a lasting impact on the relationship between academia and the government. The full extent of these consequences is still unfolding. However, one thing is certain: the landscape of higher education has been irrevocably altered. The future of academic freedom and the pursuit of knowledge in the United States remain uncertain.
Hey, we all want to scale our business. Hey, I have the answer for you today to help you do that. If you're looking to scale from 5, 6, even 7 figures and beyond book called Be Good, Be Brief, Be Gone. I'm going to give it to you for free. All you have to do is type in growfast.cash. I say again, growfast.cash, and you can download the book for absolutely free. I hope the book helps you this year. Take your business to the next level. Again, go grab the book, growfast.cash. I say again, growfast.cash. I wish you the best and grow, scale, and win.
There it is. Magnum. Holy moly.
Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for!
Dear God. It's beautiful.